Okay, so you can check your Facebook now. We are. Okay, so you can check your Facebook now.
Okay.
We are. Okay, so you can check your Facebook now.
All right.
Okay, so you can check your Facebook now.
Okay.
Probably turn your volume down.
Some more.
Okay, so you can check your Facebook.
Wait, let me try this again.
Okay, so you can check your Facebook now. Okay. Probably turn your volume down.
Some more.
So you can turn your volume down.
On my on my phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here
At the bottom, and you can share it from Joseph's ministry to your personal page.
got it. Got it now. All right, and let's see, Carolyn.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get started in here in 1 minute. Thank you for joining. Do you see it?
Getting there.
Okay.
No results now. All right, something is wrong here. And you know what, I'm thinking that this, because I don't have a business page. Oh, I see, maybe I do. All right, let me just write post. Share it.
Share it with
My page.
Okay.
Facebook page.
Oh, you got it.
See, it says no results found.
I'm gonna get Courtney down here. Courtney, come down, please.
Give us 1 second, guys. Thank you for coming in. So people are coming on in.
Yeah. It's funny, I can see my little icon from my page, but it's not
Okay, so do you see? Oh, you can't see. I got the. Oops.
here. That's right there.
Which one?
That's my icon, but when I put in here a search for
Well, how about share right here?
Yeah, share is on the bottom of the video.
Well, see, that's where I went right there.
Okay, yes, I'll get that.
Hit what?
That.
Is it there? Oh, she don't know. So
Okay, you shared it. You shared it. I got the note.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
Awesome.
and, it was so simple. I was looking past it. Okay.
No, you're fine. Awesome. Well, come on in, guys. Thank you for joining us. So are you ready?
I think I am.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Megan Pinkney and I am founder and CEO of Joseph's Ministry, LLC. And I am here. I have the honor and privilege to be with our author, Miss Carolyn Myer. Welcome, Miss Carolyn. How are you?
I'm great, Megan. Thank you so much for asking.
Absolutely. So before we get started and really dive into this author interview, would you please tell the people a little bit about who you are and what are the awesome things that you have going on in your life on today?
Okay. I'm Carolyn Myer. We already established that. I have been married for almost 38 years. It'll be in August, so we will celebrate 38 years. I have 2 daughters. One who has been married for about a year. We don't have any grands yet, but we're looking forward to that. My journey with Montessori began I guess back in 1999. Prior to that, I received a BA in psychology from LSU. So my background kind of is observing people anyway, but Montessori has really plunged me into that because observation is a huge piece of that. I received my certification in 2001 for a primary classroom in kindergarten. And I work right down the street from my house at the Montessori School of Baton Rouge. And so that has been a blessing for me. So one of the things that I did, I believe in education. And so I have pursued my master's, received that in 2017. And then I also received another primary certification recently with the Age of Montessori. And so my journey with Montessori actually started with my children. So it's all kind of all in the family, and it's been great.
Awesome. So you said a word that most people may not be familiar with, Montessori. So can you tell us a little bit about what that is, so we can kind of get a better feel about your book and your journey?
Okay. Well, Montessori is a hands-on way of learning for children. It's very exciting for them because the materials look like toys, but they're not. They were specifically made so that they could be able to teach children different concepts. The age groups in the classrooms range from 3 to 6 with my particular classroom that I work with. And so with those different age groups, the younger children learn from the older children, and the older children turn around and become teachers for the younger children. One of the things about it also is that children go at their own pace.
Mm-hmm.
And so no child is held back because they're waiting on someone else. So if a child has a thirst for learning things in language, then they can go as fast as they want. If they love numbers, they can do that. It's an exciting time, really, especially because for the primary group, we set a foundation of learning that will go with the child forever. So.
Awesome. That's a very unique journey. Thank you so much for sharing.
Uh-huh.
So the reason why we are here on today is to talk about your new book, Pink's Journey. Absolutely. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So how did your desire or your thought about writing a book come about, and what exactly is the book about when we talk about Pink's Journey?
Okay. So Pink's Journey is about the smallest pink cube of the Pink Tower. So Pink Tower goes, it's basically wooden cubes or blocks, and the cubes grow in size from 1 centimeter all the way to 10 centimeters. It's a beautiful piece of material. It's pink, and children naturally gravitate towards it. My journey in writing Pink's Journey was kind of a little complicated. I was in grad school, and during that time in grad school, I was actually studying behavior management and trying to figure out how to work with children who had behavior problems. But what I found really was that my behavior will affect a child's behavior. My past experiences will affect a child's behavior. And I see that over and over again. So there was a lot of self-observation, self-introspection. And we happened on this one particular book or documentary, really. It's by Joseph Campbell. It's called The Hero's Journey. We looked at, what was it? Finding Joe. It was the name of the documentary. And I must have looked at that thing over and over again. I was trying to convince everybody around me to look at it because it was so impactful for me, because it talked about finding your passion, finding the thing that you love to do, that you were basically made to do, and getting joy out of that. Well, in the process of doing all that, thinking about myself, of course, we were also focused on learning, and my master's has a focus on Montessori integrative learning. So the Pink Tower came up, and I thought, whoa, our classroom, the pink tower often gets lost. It's small. We keep it in a tiny little box so that it won't get lost, but ultimately it does. And so I thought one day, I said, well, maybe, what if pink, little pink, the smallest cube, was actually not just lost, but maybe he was traveling around the classroom trying to find his way, thinking he would find a new place to belong, finding a new adventure for life, finding a new passion for life.
Right.
And so the idea just dropped to me, and I think it came from God. Hey, let's put this story together. And so I did.
Wow.
And that's basically how it got started. Now, that was in 2017. I really didn't do much with it. My daughter actually did some drawings that helped me kind of get the idea of what I wanted. But when we actually put the book together, I went for more of I wanted people to see the classroom and to see the beauty of the classroom. And so I went with more of a realistic. Pink is not realistic, of course, but the actual inside of the classrooms, anyone could relate to and see if they had an opportunity to be exposed to Montessori.
Awesome. That was beautiful. So how many, well, I'll say, how long did it take you to physically write the story? Do you remember?
It probably actually took me not even a week. I probably wrote that thing so fast because it was just there. It was like, boom, 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 let's write it. Now, of course, we refined it in the writing, the publishing process. Let me show you. I've got just a picture. And I know my daughter is on, but we talked about how we just kind of this was our storyboard, I guess you could say. We kind of put some things together, like, this is where it came from. This kind of thing. And you can see what it evolved into. Right. And so the beauty of it just made what she did inspired me, but what we went through after that, even I took pictures. It was a very great opportunity to creatively pull things out of me. And so it was fun.
I love it. And you talked about you observing people and as it relates to their purpose, but this process did the same thing for you. It
Absolutely.
Out of you. So it's an awesome thing. So when people pick up and purchase your book, and we'll get to that just a little bit later, but when people get the book, they may be wondering, what's the age range for children, that are interested in this book, or parents interested in buying this book for their children?
Right. I think the age range is from 4 to 8. So those children would be able to relate to Pink and what he's going through. I know in our classroom, I've actually read the book to toddlers, preschoolers, and kindergartners. And it's interesting. I was thinking, are toddlers going to even relate to this? Not only that, the toddlers in the Montessori program don't even have the Pink Tower in their classroom. So I thought, will they relate? But here I was sitting before a group of little bitties. They were just looking at the pictures, and whether they really understood the concept or not, I think just reading the book to them was fun for them. I think teachers can use this because of the fact that they could be able to share, especially new children in the classroom, the different areas of the classroom. Where's the math area? Where's the language area? Where's the cultural area? And we had a little boy that looked at the book, and he related so much to it that he went and got Pink and said, look, this is you here in the book. It was so funny. But, so I feel like they could be able to relate to it. Teachers could use it also to teach lessons about living and non-living, because Pink is not real. Right. And so that would be an awesome lesson for them to be able to learn from there. And so I think the book could be useful, like I said, ages 4 to 8.
4 to 8. So you bring up classrooms, and that was going to be one of my questions. Have you partnered with different local schools to incorporate your book into the classroom system, or different classrooms, different states, or have you ever explored that?
No, I have not. It is something though that I've thought about, and I just, right now I'm just getting this out
Yes.
to the public, but I think it would be good because I do have another book already in my brain working on it, because Pink can go many different places, and Pink could teach as he goes, just like he did inside the classroom. Once he gets outside of the classroom, his adventures are going to teach people so many different things. And so I think using that in a school system could be good, with other Montessori, whether it's Montessori or not Montessori. But I just haven't explored that yet.
Okay, just kind of putting that bug in your ear there.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a great avenue for you. And I wouldn't even limit it to just for schools, but that is an avenue
Okay.
for you that I believe. So if you are a teacher out there, you know somebody who can make the connection, reach out to Carolyn.
Please do.
No, you mentioned also that yes, this book is for children, but tell us, and this is a two-part question. Tell us why you wrote this particular story. And I know we talked about purpose and things like that. But if you wrote it as a children's book, do you believe the purpose of why you wrote it can relate to an adult? Or, the purpose of it. I know we're talking about cartoons and classrooms and things like that, but your intent behind the purpose of writing the books, do you believe that it will be relatable even into an adult?
Oh, absolutely. Because you think about it, we always think the grass is greener on the other side, somewhere else.
Right.
And so I'm thinking that, yes, as an adult, as a teacher, when I read this book, I'm going back thinking, hey, there's so many times I think, oh, wow, I wish I was doing this. I wish I was doing that. And yet at the same time, what I'm doing right now is so important. For the longest, I did not even want to go into teaching, but people kept saying, oh, you need to be a teacher. You're a teacher. You can do this. You're a teacher. And yet now I don't think I would want to do anything else. So I kind of did a little Pink's journey myself, going and finding different areas and different things to try and fit myself into, whether it was nursing, fashion merchandising, all kinds of different things. Those things showed me that that's not what I am. That's not who I am. And so I think this book could help adults on a real simple level to see that, hey, maybe I've been doing that myself. Maybe I have been traveling around trying to find what I'm really all about. And in Joe's journey that I referred to earlier, the documentary, it talks about the hero's journey and how you hear a calling to find yourself and to find out what you are really good at and what really moves you to the point that you have so much fun doing it that it's not work. It's fun, So I think this could be something that an adult could relate to as they're reading it to a younger child.
Right. And that's awesome. And I am like a huge advocate for purpose, and being intentional about your life and things like that. And one thing that you mentioned in your response was someone else told you, hey, you're really good at that. You may not see it, you may not know it, but we see it and you're really good at that. And I really think you should focus on that. And that's the indicator. And that's what I tell people. I say, what do people say about you? What do people see in you? Because don't dismiss that, because they're really helping you, give you direction towards purpose. Whether you feel comfortable with it or not, whether you still feel a little pinkish. I mean, on this journey of just like wandering, it's like, I can't figure this out, but take inventory of those things, those conversations, those comments that people make, because those things are indicators, in my opinion, towards purpose for you. So I think your story does the same thing. And we're really looking for it.
Exactly. And Megan, I think a lot of times what happens is and it can be sad because there are so many people out there who have not found their purpose. They have not, they don't value themselves, and they don't realize that what's deep down inside is it's unique to
Mhm.
each individual,
Yeah.
and there is something. And
Yes.
so sometimes people get beat up on, but I think just like Pink went through some times where he had to question. It's like, I don't fit here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking. And that's the secret, is to keep looking, to keep thinking about, okay, who am I? What am I all about? And like you said, to ask others, because people will tell you, I see this in you, I see that in you. You are, you know what, you have this skill that you've never even tapped in on. And some of these things are real small. There was one girl that I talked to, and I just met her through my daughter's wedding. And she brought to the table this gift for my daughter that was so uniquely wrapped, the way she even presented it and everything. And I thought, oh my goodness, I kept looking at her. I thought she could be a Montessori teacher, because that's part of it, is your creativity, letting that come out. And I thought, that's the kind of thing we have to tell people. And she goes, oh, you think so? I said, sure, yes, absolutely, I think so. And right now she's working at the school where I work, and also beginning her Montessori training in this fall.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you never can tell. Sometimes people just need a little tap on the shoulder, like you said, and to be able to get that little impetus to go ahead and do something that maybe they were afraid of. Because I myself was afraid of taking my training. So, I've learned.
Wow, awesome. Thank you for telling her. And even with you writing Pink's journey, and you're targeting the children at a very impressionable age.
Mhm.
And whether they're not thinking about purpose, they just want to play. But you're planting a seed in their minds and say, hey, there's more to life. And especially if you're doing reading times or story times at different
Mhm.
schools, you can be able to explain the deeper meaning behind the purpose of why you wrote the book,
Right.
and just implanting those seeds. Because I remember when I was around that age, in the third grade, I remember receiving a citizenship award at my elementary school, and I had no idea what that meant. But my teacher said, and they gave me a trophy and everything. And my teacher said, hey, you received this award because you helped another third grader pass third grade. And in my mind, I'm like, what could I have done
Uh-huh.
at that age
Yeah.
to help somebody else pass third grade? But fast forward how many years later to today, that was a sign to what I'm doing today, because I
Mhm.
help people move from one level to the next. And that's exactly what I did. I helped her move from one grade to the next, just being myself. I'm still trying to figure it out, but this is who I am. So, and I, just like you, I push people into their next level. Hey, identify, take that time
Mhm.
to slow down long enough to pay attention to the signs. So what you're doing with Pink's journey is super key. I absolutely love the vision and the purpose behind it. So, and I know the people who are watching feel the same way. So tell us, how can people get a hold of you? Social media, and also how can people purchase your books?
Well, I'm on Instagram at the Montessori Mentor. So you can find me there. Yeah, I'm sorry. The underscore Montessori underscore mentor. So you have to be a little careful with that. And also you can, inside the books, I think I have my contact information. They can find me there. The books can actually be purchased on Amazon.com, also through Barnes and Noble and Ingram Sparks.
Yeah, we'll put the links in there. And I think your daughter is putting your
Getting the links in. Yeah, she's my right hand there.
I think Carmen. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's her.
awesome.
So, trying to think what else, your question.
Yeah,
But
and I'll be
oh, okay. Then one of the things I was thinking though, I have books that you can purchase directly from me
yes.
that I can autograph. Now, books that you purchase other places, I don't have access to autograph. So just to put that bug in people's ear.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure to put that link to your online store as well in the chat.
Okay.
Awesome. So before we end your interview on today, are there any last minute words that you want to encourage the people who are viewing and who will watch the replay regarding purpose, regarding Pink's journey, whatever's on your heart? Now is your time.
Yeah, well, I do want you to stay tuned because Pink is going to travel to a garden. So be thinking about that. But my other thing is that I definitely want to encourage anyone who has any desire to do any type of training in Montessori or education to please do that, because there are children who need good teachers and children who need access to inspirational people around them to be able to give them such, I guess, to put them on their journey to being able to be the best they can be, to get that foundation. And so I promote Montessori. All teachers are great, but I definitely promote Montessori education.
Awesome. It has been a pleasure speaking with you today, Carolyn, and just working with you on this process. But if you guys out there watching, if you have been so inspired by Carolyn's journey, her story, with her book and just life in general, and you want to write a book and publish your book yourself, here at Joseph's Ministry, we want to work with you. We want to help you get your story out and go to your next level. So if that is you, you can find us at our website at www.josephsministryllc.com. Schedule a consultation call and we can literally go from there. So I want to continue to push you to move to your next level and just go out there, because people are needing what's on the inside of you. They're needing your story. They're needing that so they can go to their next level. So Carolyn, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for Pink's journey and all the journeys that are going to take place next. We look forward to reading about it. And guys, please go out and go to her website, buy all of her books so she can sign them and share to so many people, because the kids really do need this information. So Carolyn, thank you again. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. And I look forward to being on here again on another author's interview very soon.
Thanks,
Have a good night.
Megan.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.